Hello everyone. Today we're looking at Europe's weather story for the next few years. From 2026 to 2028, Europe is set for some very active weather seasons. More storms, stronger winds, and some surprising shifts. Why does this matter? Because knowing what's coming helps us all get ready, whether you're in sunny Spain or chilly Norway. This isn't about fear, it's about sharing what science is telling us. Our climate is changing, and we're seeing more energy in the atmosphere, which often turns into powerful storms. For Europe, this could mean heavy snow in unusual places, or strong windstorms sweeping across the continent. The next few years look dynamic, with signals suggesting a more turbulent and unpredictable weather scene. Global patterns, like those in the Pacific Ocean, can impact whether you need an umbrella in Paris or snow boots in Berlin. We'll break down the big drivers behind these storms, what each year might hold, and how you can prepare. Weather is powerful, but with the right information, it doesn't have to be scary. With a little planning, we can face any storm that comes our way. Let's dive into the forecast and see what's happening in your neck of the woods. Stay tuned, it's going to be an interesting ride. Let's get started. What's causing all this stormy weather? It's not random, there are powerful forces at play. The big three, La Niña, the polar vortex, and our ever-changing oceans. La Niña is when the eastern Pacific cools, creating a ripple effect that often means stormier, wetter winters in northern Europe. The jet stream, a highway for storms, shifts and brings more action. The polar vortex is a huge area of cold air over the North Pole. When it weakens, it can send freezing blasts into Europe, causing deep freezes and heavy snow. The Atlantic Ocean, right next to Europe, is a major source of warmth and moisture. Warmer waters fuel bigger, more intense storms. When the North Atlantic is warmer than average, it can lead to weather bombs, storms with hurricane-force winds and major flooding. Put these together, La Niña, a wobbly polar vortex and warm oceans, and you have the perfect recipe for an active storm season. Each one plays a role, but together, their effects can be widespread and significant. Understanding these drivers helps us see the bigger picture. It's not just one storm, it's a large, interconnected system. Knowing this helps us forecast what's coming next with better accuracy. The more we know, the better we can prepare. Let's see how these forces will shape the coming seasons. Let's zoom in on winter 2025 to 2026, a season that could be full of action. A strong La Niña means northern Europe, including the UK, Ireland, and Scandinavia, faces a higher chance of powerful windstorms. The jet stream will likely steer storm after storm across the Atlantic, bringing wild, windy weather. With a wobbly polar vortex, sudden cold snaps and heavy snow could hit not just the Alps, but also Germany, Poland, and France. Expect back-and-forth patterns, mild and wet one week, bitterly cold and snowy the next. Southern Europe, Spain, Italy, Greece may see more rain and a higher risk of flooding, especially in coastal areas. Storm Daniel in 2023 showed how devastating floods can be. The key takeaway: expect the unexpected. Powerful winds in the north, snow risks in Central Europe, and flooding in the south. It's a classic La Niña setup, amplified by the polar vortex and warm oceans. Know your local risks and stay ready for whatever this dynamic winter brings. Stay alert and prepared. Moving into 2027, the weather story shifts as La Niña weakens and we enter a neutral phase. The jet stream becomes less predictable, wandering north and south, leading to more variable weather across Europe. Without a strong La Niña or El Niño, regional factors like North Atlantic temperatures become more important. If the ocean stays warm, we could still see powerful storms, but their tracks may change. 2027 might bring fewer storms to northern Europe, but more intense, localized rainfall in Central Europe. Temperature swings are likely, with blocking patterns causing either prolonged cold or mild spells depending on where high pressure sets up. These blocks are hard to predict, making the weather more unpredictable. 2027 is a year of transition. Big patterns give way to regional surprises. Flexibility is key. Forecasts may change quickly, week to week. Stay tuned to local updates and be ready for rapid shifts. The climate system is always in motion. Adaptability will be your best tool. Looking ahead to 2028, models suggest El Niño could return, flipping the weather script for Europe. El Niño warms the eastern Pacific, sending global ripples and creating a very different story. For northern Europe, this often means drier, colder winters with more frequent frosts and the potential for major snow events. The jet stream shifts south, leaving the north under high pressure, settled but cold. Think of the beast from the east in 2018, cold air from Siberia meeting southern storms. Meanwhile, southern Europe could see wetter, stormier winters, with the Mediterranean becoming a hotspot for heavy rain and flooding. El Niño highlights the cyclical nature of our climate. Each phase brings unique challenges. In 2028, northern Europe's concern may shift from wind and rain to cold and snow, while the south faces flood risks. Being aware of this flip-flop is key for preparation. Governments and communities can start planning now for a different kind of winter. Stay informed and ready for change. The weather story is always evolving. To understand future storms, let's look back at some big ones from the past. The Great Storm of 1987 hit the UK and France with hurricane-force winds, teaching us the importance of accurate forecasting. The winter of 2013 to 2014 in the UK brought relentless rain and flooding, showing that a series of storms can cause slow-motion disasters. These events remind us why wind and flood warnings matter, especially in active seasons. The beast from the east in 2018 brought paralyzing snow and cold across Europe, revealing our vulnerability to extreme cold. These past storms are blueprints. They show what's possible and teach us to be resilient. When we forecast strong winds, remember 1987. For flood risks, recall 2013 to 2014. For cold snaps, think of 2018. Learning from these events helps us prepare for the future. Real-world examples make forecasts meaningful. Preparation is key. History is our best teacher. Now, how can you and your family stay safe when a big storm is coming? Preparation is easier than you think. First, stay informed. Follow your local weather forecast and set up alerts on your phone. Take warnings seriously and don't wait until the last minute. Prepare your home secure loose items, clear gutters, and know your flood plan if you're in a risk area. Every household should have an emergency kit. Flashlight, batteries, phone charger, first aid kit, medications, water, snacks, and important documents in a waterproof bag. Have a family plan, know the safest place in your home, how to stay in touch, and emergency numbers. Discuss your plan ahead of time to reduce anxiety and keep everyone calm. Simple steps can prevent a lot of damage and stress. Preparation is your best defense. Stay proactive, not reactive. The right steps now make all the difference later. Safety starts with you. Be storm ready. With so much information out there, it's crucial to rely on trusted sources for weather updates. Always check your country's official weather service, like the Met Office in the UK or DWD in Germany, for accurate warnings. Meteo Alarm is a great resource, showing official warnings across Europe on one easy-to-read map. It uses a color-coded system to highlight risks, perfect for travelers or anyone wanting a quick overview. For deeper analysis, Severe Weather Europe offers expert articles and early heads-ups on major storms. Local news and radio provide real-time updates on road closures, outages, and emergency instructions. Keep a battery-powered radio in your emergency kit for updates if the power goes out. Combining official sources, expert analysis, and local news gives you the full picture. Stay connected to stay safe. Trust the experts and stay alert. We've covered the big weather drivers, forecasts for the coming years, and how to get ready. It might sound daunting, but here's the key message. We can handle this. The future of our weather isn't something to fear, it's something to prepare for. Our ability to forecast storms is better than ever, giving us time to secure our homes and check on neighbors. We're not helpless, we're informed and ready. Community is our greatest strength. Neighbors helping neighbors is the silver lining in every storm. As we prepare for active weather years, let's also build stronger communities. Get to know your neighbors and help each other get ready. Yes, there will be storms, but there will also be sunshine and the satisfaction of being prepared. Stay informed, stay safe, and look out for one another. Whatever the weather, we'll get through it together. That's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Stay tuned and stay safe.